The Philippines can be affordable, but the mistake is thinking the beach is the expensive part. For many travelers, the real cost is moving between the islands. Flights, ferries, vans, boats, transfers, tours, and rushed plans can quietly turn a cheap-looking trip into something much more expensive. So how much does a trip to the Philippines cost? The honest answer is, it depends less on the country and more on how you build the route. The Philippines is different from places where you land, stay in one area, and explore from there. Here, every island decision affects the budget. A simple Philippines itinerary can feel very reasonable, but a rushed itinerary with too many islands can cost more in money, time, and energy. The first big cost is getting there. International flights will usually be one of the biggest parts of your Philippines travel budget, especially if you are coming from the USA, Europe, or Australia. Travelers from parts of Asia may find easier routes, but long-haul visitors should expect the flight to be a major piece of the total cost. This is where flexibility helps. Flying into Manila can be practical. Sometimes Cebu is also useful, depending on your route. But the cheapest arrival city is not always the cheapest trip overall. If you save on the international flight but create a messy island route after that, the savings can disappear quickly. The second big cost is domestic movement. And this is the part many travelers underestimate. The Philippines is not expensive in the same way as the Maldives or Switzerland. But it is also not always as simple to budget as Thailand or Bali. Because in Thailand or Bali, many travelers can stay in one region and move around by road. In the Philippines, you may need domestic flights, ferries, vans, boats, airport transfers, and waiting time. Moving from Manila to Cebu is one cost. Moving from Cebu to Bohol is another. Moving toward Palawan, El Nido, Coron, or Boracay adds more. And the faster you move, the more these costs stack up. This is the first big surprise. The island itself may be affordable, but reaching the island, leaving the island, and connecting it to the next island can become the expensive part. The third cost is accommodation. The Philippines has options for different budgets. Budget travelers can find simple guest houses, hostels, and local stays. Mid-range travelers can find comfortable hotels, small resorts, and better locations. Comfort travelers can choose beach stays, boutique hotels, and nicer resorts. But location matters. A basic room in a less touristy area may be affordable. A beach stay in a popular island destination can cost much more. Palawan, El Nido, Boracay, Cebu, and Bohol all have different price levels depending on location, season, and how early you book. And here is the trade-off. Saving money by staying far from the main area may create extra transport costs every day. Paying more for a better location may actually make the trip easier. So the cheapest room is not always the cheapest choice. The fourth cost is food. This is where the Philippines can still feel very reasonable. Local food, small restaurants, bakeries, markets, and simple meals can help keep the budget under control. But tourist areas are different. Beachfront restaurants, resort areas, international food, and popular island zones can raise the daily cost. You do not need to overthink food, but you should understand the pattern. Eat local often, and the trip feels much more affordable. Eat every meal in tourist-facing areas, and the budget rises quickly. The fifth cost is tours and island hopping. This is one of the most important parts of a Philippines travel guide. Because for many travelers, the best experiences are not just walking around. They are boat days, island hopping in El Nido, lagoons in Palawan, Coron boat tours, Cebu waterfalls and coastal adventures, Bohol countryside trips, Boracay beach activities. These experiences can be worth it. They are often the reason people dream about the Philippines in the first place. But they also need space in the budget. If you plan several island hopping days across multiple islands, the total cost grows. And if you book everything last minute in a busy season, you may have fewer good options. This is the second big surprise. The Philippines can look like a low-cost beach trip, but the most memorable days often come with boats, guides, transfers, or organized tours. That does not make the trip bad. It just means you need to budget for the experiences, not only for the hotel. Now here is the mid-video reset. The biggest cost is often not one item. It is the way the itinerary is built. A traveler who visits fewer islands, stays longer in each place, and avoids rushed transfers can spend less and enjoy more. A traveler who jumps from Manila to Cebu, Bohol, Palawan, Boracay, Coron, and Siargao in one short trip may spend more and feel more tired. Same country, very different budget. This is why pace matters. Moving faster usually costs more. More flights, more transfers, more taxis, more luggage days, more missed opportunities to use slower, cheaper, simpler options. A slower route is usually cheaper, but more importantly, it is less stressful. For a first trip to the Philippines, that can be the difference between a beautiful vacation and a logistical marathon. So, what do different budgets look like? A budget traveler can keep costs lower by choosing simple accommodation, eating mostly local food, limiting island changes, and being selective with paid tours. This works best with a slower Philippines itinerary. A mid-range traveler will usually spend more on better hotels, smoother transfers, good island hopping tours, and more convenient locations. This is often the best balance for a first trip to the Philippines. A comfort traveler will spend more for nicer resorts, beachfront stays, private or easier transfers, better rooms, and a more relaxed pace. This can make the trip feel smoother, especially in places like Palawan, El Nido, Boracay, Bohol, and Cebu. None of these styles is wrong. The problem is mixing comfort expectations with a budget plan that ignores transfer costs. That is when the numbers stop making sense. The most common money mistake is overpacking islands. Every extra destination looks exciting, but each one adds movement. And movement is where the Philippines gets expensive. Another mistake is booking late. You do not need to plan every second, but waiting too long for key flights, good accommodation, or popular tours can reduce your options. Another mistake
A final
is
buffer
forgetting
day
the
may
buffer. Feel boring when you are planning, but it can protect you from delays, weather changes, and stressful connections before your international flight. And the last mistake is comparing the Philippines too directly with Bali or Thailand. The Philippines can be affordable, but it works differently. The value is incredible when you plan the route well. But if you try to force too many islands into too few days, the cost rises fast. So, how do you keep the trip beautiful without overspending? Choose fewer islands. Stay longer in each place. Build the route around places that connect well. Plan transfers realistically. Budget for island hopping. Eat local when you can. And do not treat travel days like free days. For many first-time travelers, a smart route might include Manila only as a gateway, then Cebu and Bohol, then Palawan or El Nido as the highlight. If you have more time, you can add Boracay, Coron, or Siargao. But do not force them all into one short trip. The best Philippines travel budget is not just about spending less. It is about spending on the right things. The right island, the right route, the right pace, the right experiences. Because in the Philippines, a slower route, fewer islands, and smarter timing usually create a better budget and a better trip. If you want to see how to turn this budget into a realistic route, watch the 7-day Philippines itinerary next, because the way you move between islands can completely change the total cost.